goes live in mid-yawn.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ did it again. He talked to me about something before the video that has my mind just going crazy right now. But we're not going to talk about that. We'll talk about that in a different video down the road sometime, not now. Right now, welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, not just sometimes, always an Instant Classic. And we got 2 reviews for you. That's right. It's the twofer. We're going to do Ring of Honor and NXT. Ring of Honor was pretty good this week. NXT, I didn't think was too special. We were both surprised that they did it NXT because, you know, they have Takeover tomorrow, so it was weird that they actually did a show. But it was kind of just, I felt like it was more of a filler show than anything. But we're going to start off with Ring of Honor. And I will let DJ get his notes up because he didn't know which one we were going to start with. I had a mystery. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, so we start out this show with Silas Young versus Dalton Castle. You know, they're still building up this feud, which I like. Castle, you know, he went right after Silas Young, right, you know, when the bell rang. You know, Castle came out, you know, really intense, vicious, a little bit of a different side to him that we've seen the intense side, but I feel like he's gotten a little bit more vicious with this feud with Silas Young. Young kind of turned it around a little bit during the commercial break. But you know, Castle's boys were heavily involved in this match, kind of just distracting Silas Young. Dalton Castle gets the win with the distraction by his boys. What was your thoughts on this match before I get to what happened after the match?
I have no idea who this guy was that was facing Dalton Castle because the Silas Young I know only shows up at pay-per-views. He's Mr. Pay-per-view, baby, last real man. So I'm not sure if that was Silas Young or if that was an imposter. Might have been Alex Riley with a little bit more chest hair or something. I'm not sure. But I like this match. Dalton Castle reminds me of that guy who plays WWE 2K15 and he plays online. He always taunts. And sometimes he taunts at the wrong times. like he just reminds me of that guy. He can just bust out a taunt at any point. I love that the boys just continue to fan anyone ever. I mean, I'm pretty sure like I was catching a little cold drift coming into the room, you know, when I was just laying down on my bed watching this. So I'm not really sure. I really love this feud. It really is a really good. It's a really good feud, and I hope they continue it. It seems like they are going to. You know, I just think Castle, as unorthodox and I guess odd as he can be, he's still really good. And I feel like Silas Young, as old as he feels to me, he still is, you know, really good too. So I think they really play off of each other very well.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But let's get to what's the aftermath of this match. I don't know. After the match, not really the aftermath, but whatever. After the match, Silas Young grabs a mic and he says he's getting tired of this. He says that he doesn't like what Dalton Castle is doing with his boys. He doesn't like the lifestyle he's leading. He says that Dalton isn't good enough to beat him on his own. Silas basically challenges Dalton Castle to one more match, and if he wins, he gets Dalton's boys. Am I the only one who had a feeling like this was getting weird? Just a little uncomfortable. I don't know. I don't know. But any thoughts on the after the match, the challenge?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean,
wrestling's getting
wrestling's getting
wild
wild
today. I
today.
feel
I
like,
feel like
we got
we
people
got
fighting
fight
for
for
boys,
boys,
fighting for
fight for
legs.
legs.
Like somebody might try to come take my headset or my laptop. They can have this laptop. This thing's terrible, terrible. but, but I mean, I don't know what they're gonna be fighting for. Somebody's gonna come fight for my comfort on my bed or something. I have no idea what what's going on in wrestling right now. But yeah, it was kind of weird. Like I was like, I like that he kind of mentioned that he's gonna turn them into real men. They're kind of getting steered in the wrong direction, but you know, I I'm kind of upset to see this feud end, but I kind of want to see where these guys are going to go from here. Obviously, Alex Young is going to go back to going to on a every pay-per-view basis. No weekly shows for Silas Young. He don't do that. Every once in a while you'll see him on there. You're like, wait a minute, this is a pay-per-view. I thought he was at like All Star Extravaganza or something, Field of Honor. I don't know. Like they trick me every time Silas Young comes out there on a weekly show. But yeah, I interested also like in seeing what they're gonna do. After this feud is over, because you know where shall they go?
Yeah. So next, Kevin Kelly interviews my boy Bobby Fish. One half of one of the greatest tag teams ever, Red Dragon. Anyway, Kevin asked him basically his thoughts on being number one contender to the World Television title. That he'll be the next number one contender. Bobby says that he doesn't think Jay Lethal is going to make it through Hanson, the current number one contender. So he says he thinks he'll be facing Hanson for the television title. Lethal comes out and tries to argue that point, and then went to commercial. But I'm kind of excited for this. I love Red Dragon, but I'm excited for what they're kind of doing. They're not necessarily really breaking up Red Dragon, but Bobby Fish is getting a shot at the television title, and we're getting Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly kind of back together again a little bit, which is exciting. I like that, companies like Ring of Honor do this, where, it's a lot different from like WWE, because in WWE, if you're in a tag team, you're in that tag team until you die, or until you're changed to another tag team. Like you would never see one of the Usos go for a singles title and then the other one tag with somebody else. Like that's not ever gonna happen. So it's kind of cool that we're going to see something a little bit different, and you do see stuff different like this in some of the smaller companies, not necessarily small, but Ring of Honor, PWG, things like that. But I'm excited for both of these kind of matches coming up, storylines. Any thoughts?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought that was
that was
interesting
interesting
too.
too.
Um,
Um,
just in the
just in
fact
the fact
that you don't have to necessarily break them up to have them still challenge for a title. Because I feel like even if they did this with WWE, they wouldn't let that team challenge for the title because they wouldn't be a solidified tag team yet. I feel like that with WWE, like I'm glad this isn't turned into like a Bobby Fish versus Kyle O'Reilly feud either. Like he's like upset that Kyle O'Reilly's teaming with Adam Cole, because I feel like in WWE it would be that way, right? Like if you team with somebody else, you just don't do that. It's kind of like the unwritten rules of relationships, I guess, when you can't hang out with other girls when you're with a certain girl or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't always apply to everyone, but it's interesting to me. Comparisons are kind of my thing, so I'm probably gonna try to make a comparison for everything. And so, I, but yeah, I'm just glad it's not turning into a feud. I want to see what Future Shot can do. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if you saw this on your Destination America version, but on the Ring of Honor, I take it it's more so the local version. They had what was it, Inside Ring of Honor type of thing with Mandy Leon, and they kind of showed some older highlights of Future Shock, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they don't show that on the Destination America edition. But I know the thing about Ring of Honor is, at least where I live, you can watch the Destination America version, and then on another day they have like that local version too. So if I wanted to, I guess I could record both of them every week and kind of watch the differences, but I'm lazy, and I admit that. And I've seen stuff on YouTube of Future Shock, so it's not I'm not missing too much there. But anyway, our next match is Will Ferrara versus Moose, and me and DJ are kind of gonna be completely opposite sides on this one because I love Will Ferrara and Moose is one of DJ's boys. But I'm gonna give him this match. But before I do that, I was actually thinking about this throughout the week. I feel like they should have put like Will Ferrara and Jay Diesel in a tag team, because that would make me care a little bit more about Jay Diesel. And they're about the same size. I feel like they could make a good tag team instead of having Jay Diesel in the House of Truth, which I don't think he's doing anything really. Occasionally he tags with somebody, but he's just kind of that guy that's there. For a while there, I didn't even know he was a wrestler. I thought he was just a guy that hangs out with the House of Truth. I was like, what does he do? But I think that would be cool if they, put him in a tag team with like Will Ferrara, but this one's DJ's, so go right ahead.
Alrighty. We got Moose versus Will Ferrara. I really like Will Ferrara though. As much as I'm a big time Moose guy, I like Will Ferrara. Love his heart. Love his stature. He's a really fast fella. So I was excited for this match nonetheless. I do feel like Will Ferrara gets short sold though. Like he kind of, I feel like in Ring of Honor, for some reason, it feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves sometimes. Like, I didn't understand why he was in the top prospect tournament when he already had a TV title match already. I don't understand. I just feel like maybe they could be doing more with him. But Moose, starts out by using his agility, kind of using the barricades to his advantage, kind of doing the kind of Cesaro swing a little bit, I guess you could call it, into the barricades. Moose taunts and Ferrara looks to fight back, hits a nice DDT, and then he tries to go for the suicide dive, but looks like Moose catches it, but he hits another DDT on the floor, does Will Ferrara. And then Moose trying to do his Kurt Angle impression, slips off the rope a little bit, so he doesn't have it completely, got to go back to the film room on that one, but, slips off the rope a little bit, but still throws him across the ring. Then he hits the hit stick spear for the win by Moose. So Moose does win this match. I felt like, Ferrara got some moves in, but it wasn't a ton. Like I kind of felt like this was kind of a domination type match, more than kind of back and forth. Casey, any thoughts on Moose versus Will Ferrara?
Yeah, I don't think you and I were watching the same match, sir, because my boy Will Ferrara he dominated this entire match. Moose won with a handful of tights. The lights were in Will's eyes. He had a stomach bug that day. His shoulder hurt a little bit. He was thinking about his grandma. And there was a guy in the second row that had nachos, and we know Will Ferrara loves them nachos, so he wanted them too, but he was in that match and he was cheated. That is what really had happened. And if you didn't watch the show, you don't know that I may not be telling the truth about that, but it happened. It happened. Leave me alone. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing that happened, which is an Adam Cole promo. Adam Cole, baby. Anyway, I like this promos. Cole says, you know, if you would have told him in the year 2015 that he and Kyle O'Reilly would be challenging for the ROH tag team titles, he'd call you a liar. He'd also call you a liar if you told him he'd be sitting out for 5 months after shoulder surgery. He says he'd laugh in your face if you told him that people he considered family in the kingdom would question his abilities. He says on that point, he brings the entire damn table. He says he's been the best professional wrestler, not only in Ring of Honor, and the fact that men and a woman question that makes him sick. He says the one person who doesn't question him is Kyle O'Reilly, because next week they will challenge for the ROH tag team titles and shock the world by becoming the future tag team champion. I like that. It's kind of a play on Future Shock and shock the world. I like it. I like it. No, but I like this promo. It was simple, you know, but I think Adam Cole does good promos like that. You know, they don't have to be elaborate, anything like that. You know, just, you know, give him a camera and, you know, give him a promo and it works. But I'm just really excited for this match. I feel like it's going to be a really good match. Whether they win the titles or not, it's going to be one of those, you know, glued to your TV kind of exciting matches, or computer, depending on where you watch it, or iPad, or iPod, or phone, or, you know, however you watch it. Your thoughts on the promo?
I definitely liked it, considering, you know, it was Adam Cole, baby, obviously, you know, so that you know, hit me in the heartstrings a little bit. But I definitely liked how intense he was and how specific he was. So without calling out any names though either, you know, I like how he kind of did that, where he wasn't necessarily name dropping, but you know, you knew exactly who he was talking about. You knew that he wasn't talking about me, Ryan, and my mama. You know, you knew he was probably talking about the kingdom, and he said the kingdom. You know, so I thought this was a very interesting promo. I kind of hope, you know, there is a new like member of the kingdom, or a new like person that Maria Kanellis wants to bring in, and they actually go follow through with her bringing in somebody new, and then this certain guy and Adam Cole end up feuding. I kind of want to see that, because right now I feel like I don't really know where they're going with Adam Cole, because I don't really expect him to win the tag titles with Future Shock, because Red Dragon's doing so well right now. So I kind of want to see what they're gonna do with him and this mystery fella that Maria Kanellis is coming up with.
Yeah. Or he could win the titles with Future Shock, and then just Ring of Honor just is going to have to make, you know, another set of tag team titles, and, you know, so that, you know, Red Dragon can win the titles too. Or there's the IWGP Junior Heavyweight tag team titles. You know, whatever. You know, it's possible. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on to a tag team match. Why not? We got Roppongi Vice versus the Young Bucks. And do you have your tickets ready? Because I have my tickets ready. I always have my tickets ready.
Was that just a random piece of paper you just picked up?
That was a ticket to the I have season tickets, okay, to the Super Kick party. Don't you question my possible props and papers. Anyway, as usual, we get great tag team work by the Young Bucks. I was really trying to see as much more of Beretta as I could, since he never. Unfortunately, he's one of those guys who never got much of a shot to do anything in his days in WWE, and a lot of people forget that he was in the WWE. Also, I love when people take the super kick where they don't immediately fall or they kind of go down slow. There was a lot of good examples where the Young Bucks would do the super kick. They did one on Beretta where it hit him and he didn't immediately just drop down, kind of like they do in WWE, where when you get super kicked, you just go down. I just like that. It gives it more of an effect, I think. But we got some, as usual, again, some kind of insane combinations. You never knew what exactly was going to come next. The Destroyer by Nick Jackson was awesome. That is one of my favorite moves. The winners were the Young Bucks. This could have gone either way. I really like both of these teams. I definitely want to see more of Roppongi Vice. I've been trying to watch more of their stuff on YouTube and stuff. But I love both of these teams, so it was just a really fun match to watch. Any thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. I had some thoughts. I just so hard for me to follow Young Bucks in ring, out of the ring, everything. They just go so fast, and I guess it's kind of lazy by me too, because I just don't really feel like typing all this, and I don't know what to type anyway. So I'm just gonna watch it. you know, like it's so hard because they just do so much, um, like in like a span of a small amount of time. No sell, by I think it was Romero, when he got caught with the super kick, and then he kind of hit that clothesline. I like no sales when it's like instinctual no sales. When you like no sell and you're like, you hit the clothesline but you fall down. I kind of like stuff like that. I think it's kind of the perfect time for the no sell. Just so much. There was just so much going on. It's just a very fast match, very exciting match, very fun match. Even as tired as I am, I was still enjoying it. I love how kind of Roppongi Vice kind of played around a little bit with the Young Bucks, and kind of the Young Bucks did the same thing with Roppongi Vice. Where Romero went for the little patented back rake that the Young Bucks do. I thought that was pretty cool. I just like how these guys kind of feed off of each other. Obviously, they're both in New Japan, or at least have had some stints in New Japan. So, it's kind of cool to see them go at it, in Ring of Honor too. I, I just like how Ring of Honor gives, teams the ability to do what they do. You know what I mean? They give them the ability to kind of be unique about it. You don't always see the same things over and over again. And I think that's what's so interesting about Ring of Honor is you don't sit there and you're like, man, like a Young Bucks match again. It kind of. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of bummed there was no Steve Corino to say super kick. I was kind of upset. I was a little bit upset there was no Steve Corino. I mean, they could have just fed the sound in a little bit or something, like just every time a super kick was hit, just hit a button and it just, he just say it. You know what I mean? Come on, help me out a little bit. Come on. So that's the best part of it. That's the best part of the party. Steve Corino. He's like the life of the party right there. But yeah, I definitely I like this match. I was impressed by this match. I want to see more of some of Roppongi Vice. I love Trent Beretta. I remember him in WWE a little bit. So very, very exciting.
Yeah. You know, I I have to disagree again. It was not a no sell. The super kick just didn't affect Romero. He's kind of what the young kids might call a beast. And it was like a little gnat, kind of hit him in the. He was just like, whatever. That's really what was going. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I like I like this tag team match. I like that also. The Young Bucks are part of Bullet Club, and I forgot the team that Roppongi Vice is part of in New Japan, but they are an opposing kind of team, so it works out, in opposing factions. I can't think of the name right now, but great match. After the match, we did get a sighting of the Addiction and Chris Sabin. They came out and kind of took out the Young Bucks and Roppongi Vice. So, building up more of that feud right there, I guess. I was just happy we actually got to see Chris Sabin, because it felt like he came and then disappeared, and I was like, okay, where's he at? So that was cool. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I didn't realize the Young Bucks were as much of contenders as as they're kind of more of contenders than we thought. We've seen a lot of Red Dragon, Future Shock, Hanson and Rowe, teams like that, but you don't ever really think about the Young Bucks because they're on Ring of Honor television, but not as much, being in New Japan as much as they are. So I think it's kind of cool to kind of realize how much of a contender that the Young Bucks are. I would kind of like to see that kind of not necessarily title for title where they, but like kind of go at it a little bit. I'd like to see that with the Addiction and the Young Bucks.
That would be cool. And it was Chaos. That was the team I couldn't think of, or the faction. But anyway, that was Ring of Honor. Pretty good show. I'm excited for next week. See what happens. So let's jump right into NXT, which is next. Which, if you put an E in there, is next, because NXT is anyway. So open up the show with sort of a video package of Finn Balor's match last week and the attack by Kevin Owens. They also showed a video package of the number one contenders match for the women's title. So kind of, showing off the two main events that we'll have at TakeOver for the two major titles in NXT. Any thoughts on these video packages?
Yeah. The only thing I was a little bit about was the tag team titles weren't included in this. They weren't really included in this whole shebang bang video package. And I guess if you think about it, the two major, I guess, singles titles, then yeah, I just felt like Blake and Murphy were kind of left out, which they kind of deserve to be. I hate them. No. Blake and Murphy were kind of left out, and it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate. But I guess there's been a little bit more build to these feuds than there has with Blake and Murphy. Maybe that's the reasoning. But
Yeah, and I feel like Blake and Murphy have had so many different opponent changes in such a short period of time. You can't really build up, a feud with them. It went from like the Vaudevillains, and then it was Cass and Enzo, then it's Vaudevillains again, and it's just it's hard to keep track. But anyway. The show officially opens now with William Regal coming to the ring for the NXT Women's Championship contract signing, which was kind of cool. When Bayley came out, she kind of seemed a little bit subdued in her entrance. It wasn't as pumped and exciting as it usually is. You know, I don't know if it's nerves or if just kind of, you know, trying to, you know, be more ready for this match than she usually is. Anyway, before Bayley signs, she thanks Regal and the NXT universe because without them, she wouldn't even be there. She says this is the biggest match of her life. She says had this title shot before, and every time she let it slip between her fingers, but not this time. Before Sasha signs, she sarcastically says that this is a big moment for Bayley and her fans. She also says there is a reason Takeover is in Brooklyn and not here, just kind of, you know, picking at the fans a little bit. She tries to intimidate Bayley and put her down. You know, just she did really well at her kind of heel gimmick, you know, getting a lot of heat from the fans and kind of, you know, trying to really put down Bayley and kind of intimidate her, which didn't really work. You know, Bayley says, you know, she knows how these contract signings usually go, and she's ready for a fight right now. You know, Sasha continues to kind of belittle her and put her down. And you know, she says she's not gonna fight tonight. She'll, you know, Bayley's gonna have to wait till Takeover. Sasha starts up the ramp, and Bayley attacks her from behind. We get a bit of a fight there on the ramp and on the stage, which is pretty cool. Just kind of exciting the fans a little bit. Any thoughts on this contract signing?
Yeah, it was nice that Sasha kind of got the last word, but Bayley got the first attack. You know, I thought that was pretty cool. You know, it's kind of surprising that nothing went down like actually in the ring. You know, no one went through a table. The table wasn't set on fire, or no thumbtacks were pulled out, anything like that. None of that. Oh, wait a minute. Think about something else. No, but no, I was just surprised that there weren't really any, you know, anything going on in the ring. At least the table wasn't broken down. You know, William Regal didn't put himself through it or anything. I was surprised. You know, that was about, you know, my main surprise there. But I liked the contract signing. I thought it was pretty cool that they had a contract signing. Once again, like, the tag team championships just seem to be left out to float. You know, with everybody gets contract signings for the tag team titles, and I think that's kind of a historic thing, right? Like, you know, I don't know if there's ever been a tag team title like contract signing. So, you know, I guess I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping too much. You know, I just got my big ball of hope. You know, I shined it up real nice. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Anyway. So next we get another Apollo Crews promo. I'm just excited to see him. Okay, like, give me Apollo Crews right now and make him as impressive as he looks in the promo. Because if he's not, I'm just going to be really depressed. Really depressed. Any thoughts on the video package promo?
For some reason, I didn't catch this. I don't know why. I don't know if I walked out of the room for a second, but I did not see this. I don't know why. Like, I think I may have went to the bathroom real quick, and then I came back, and I just saw Tyler Breeze coming out. I don't know. I don't remember leaving the room though. I don't know. I think they just left it out of my network package. That's what it was. They just left it out. It's their fault. Blame WWE. It's their fault.
Or you don't like Apollo Crews.
I do like Apollo Crews.
That's
he's supposed to be God's gift to wrestling, apparently. So, you know, that's what I heard. That's what they told me.
Anyway, let's look at something pretty, shall we? Maybe Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze versus Jobber. Breeze comes out carrying a Jushin Thunder Liger mask. This is basically another Baron Corbin match. They literally didn't even say his opponent's name. This guy didn't even get a name. I was trying to look on his tights to, see if his name was on there or something like that. I didn't see nothing. I don't know. I don't know who this guy was, but after the match or after the beauty shot, basically, Breeze puts the Liger mask onto the jobber, props him up, and he tries to basically kind of dig at Jushin Thunder Liger. He says, the great Jushin Thunder Liger, nice to meet you. I've heard good things, but really, I'm not impressed. He says, I did want to tell you, though, how much I'm looking forward to facing you this Saturday, and I think everyone here wants a little preview of what they can expect. So Breeze gets the guy up and basically does another beauty shot on him. So I'm just kind of building up, his heel kind of gimmick as usual. I kind of liked it. It was entertaining. I didn't like that the gentleman didn't get a name. It's not cool. But any thoughts on the Tyler Breeze match?
Baron Corbin dressed as Tyler Breeze. Yeah, I happened to see. I was like Tyler Breeze versus. They didn't announce him, so I'm like jobber number 1. Now look on the back of his tights and it says some sort of Ryzen, Ryzin, Ryzen. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know if that's his name or if that's just like his catchphrase. He's rising up from this job out that he just did in this match. I'm not sure. So I called him Ryzen. Basically, I looked down to like maybe take notes, I guess. And it was I saw a supermodel kick and it was over. And I was like, wait, what? Can I rewind that back real quick or something? Like, what happened? It was over. And then, as far as the whole like Thunder Liger type of mask that they were doing at the end, I like that. I like the kind of the mind games that Tyler Breeze was playing. Kind of symbolic, I guess you could say. I hope that's what happens at Takeover tomorrow. Please. He's too gorgeous to lose at Takeover. Come on now. Let's be honest. Come
on. All right. So next, we get an 8-man tag team match. And I was excited because we have the Hype Bros and Cass and Enzo versus, drumroll please, this is an amazing tag team. Team didn't even get an entrance. That's right. This match basically was how I called this match was Team 2 Turn versus Team Who Let These Guys In Here. Because just the amount of energy and chaos in the team with Hype Bros and Cass and Enzo, and then these jobbers in the corner that like I don't know. It was just it was jobber night tonight basically. After this match, Devin well, let me get your thoughts on the match first before if you had any thoughts on this wonderful match.
Yeah, I didn't know if this was the go home show or if this was jobber night. I was like, where are they finding these people? Like I looked at my phone to make sure I didn't have a missed call, to make sure they didn't call me to come in for a match or something. Because man, they had all the jobbers come out tonight. I was like, dang. Yeah, I basically wrote Hype Bros and Enzo and Cass versus 4 jobbers because they didn't get entrances. And if they did, we didn't see it. They didn't get names. I don't know who they were. Like, I had never seen them before. It wasn't like it was like Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton or anything. No, it was just random people. Just random people we've never seen before. And I'm like, oh, well, all right then. But I do feel like, with what's coming up here in a second, I feel like they're trying to rebuild their tag team division a little bit, it seems like. But I don't want to get too much into it before you get into it.
Yeah. So, after this match, Devin Taylor interviews Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, Scott Dawson, and Dash Wilder. about their match that they'll have in 2 weeks, or actually technically next Thursday, after Takeover, against the Hype Bros and Cass and Enzo. She asks if they're impressed. Dawson says, "What would they have? What would they be impressed with? The fact that they beat four jamokes they found on the street." Um, Wilder says the only thing that would impress them about the Hype Bros is if they'd even be able to stand after we broke them with the Shatter Machine. Jordan says, you know what is impressive? The streak that me and Gable have had since we've been a tag team. Gable says, as far as Cass and Enzo, it's not going to be quite the homecoming they're expecting because we're going to light them up. Gable adds, Gable gets them to reluctantly do the Ready, Willing, and Gable. I don't know why they were reluctant because I was doing it. I don't even like the team, and I'm Ready, Willing, and Gable.
What?
I am an Enzo and Cass fan, and they are on the other team. So, just saying. But I am Ready, Willing, and Gable. I freaking want that shirt. Why is that not on the website yet? Anyway, any thoughts on this interview?
Yeah, NXT, you're doing it to me again, man. You put people I like against each other, and you gotta stop, okay? I really love the Hype Bros and Enzo and Cass, and as a team, it's like, yes, it's like a cupcake, But I got this other team over here, you know, with Ready, Willing, and Gable, and I can't cheer for them because they got Dawson and Wilder. They just over there chilling and whatnot. But yeah, like I feel like this is really some NXT trying to, rebuild their tag team division a little bit, and just because I take it that there's going to be some more tag teams going up to the main roster. I don't really know. It seems like it. So I'm kind of interested to see what's gonna how this is kind of how they're building their tag team division. I'm kind of upset that this is not on Takeover though, because I know all four of these guys except for Chad Gable and Jason Jordan have tag team, like they have matches on Takeover. So why didn't just put that one on Takeover? I love how Jason Jordan though. I caught him over there. He was cheesing the entire time. The dude was over there just smiling up a storm. He was happy. I was laughing so hard at him just over there just cheesing. But yeah, I definitely, I definitely like this. Like I like this interview. I like that. The rest of the guys said Ready, Willing, and Gable. Cause come on, it's not that hard, man. It's a movement. It's kind of like the LPS. You guys don't know what the LPS is, but it's kind of a movement. It's kind of a big deal.
All right. That what they could do with their tag team division is bring the old Ascension back. Because, what are they doing except being on Swerved occasionally? They're doing nothing. Anyway, so next, they showed Samoa Joe in the back just kind of getting ready for his match tonight. I doubt you have any thoughts on that unless you enjoy watching wrestlers tape their wrists.
Yeah, man, I tell you, man, I mean, like, I saw him, jumping up and down, getting hype, got me hype for him to face whatever jobber that probably awaited him tonight, too.
Whoa. This was not any jobber, okay? It's the match is next. It is Samoa Joe versus Steve Cutler. Steve Cutler, good sir, is not he is the next NXT World Heavyweight Champion.
Are you sure? This is the same guy, I think, 2 weeks ago you called him Jay Cutler? So I'm just going to leave you with your thoughts on that.
Brother. He's Anyway, Cutler goes right after Joe to begin the match. You know, he ain't afraid. Joe, he wasn't having that. He took him out pretty quick. He kind of, yeah. It was bad. It was poor Cutler. Man, he did not deserve. Man, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for that coquina clutch. He wasn't. He thought he was gonna take Joe out. He thought he was gonna be the one, and he wasn't. But good effort. I'm proud of him. You know, he's kind of, you know, he's like his brother and his brother's team, the Bears. You know, they come out fighting, but they haven't made it back to the big stage yet. But they're gonna keep fighting. I don't know where I'm going with that. So, what are your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, it kind of fits the entire theme of the night. I don't know if this was a go home show or Jobber Central. And you know, Steve, I love you, man. I do. You're growing on me. You and whoever your partner is, you guys are growing on me. But you can't stay in there with Joe. Come on, man. I mean, they should put that on. Come on, man. They should. Monday Night Football starts soon. They need to just go ahead and put this match on. Come on, man. Cause come on.
Yeah. So, you know, Joe, he starts to go back up the ramp because, you know, job done. And he gets attacked by Baron Corbin. They kind of fight a little bit through the crowd, get back into the ring. Joe comes off the ropes, and Corbin kind of reverses into the end of days, which actually looked legitimate this week. It didn't look, you know, stupid. But I'm just excited to see how this match goes at TakeOver. Any thoughts on the attack after the match?
Yeah, I agree. The end of days looked really good tonight. I really liked it. It might have been like how he caught him. You know, as big as Joe is, you know how he caught him. I didn't catch Baron Corbin getting out of the ring though, so they're still trying to keep that under the wraps and make sure make sure he's improving on that. But they don't want us to see it yet. They're gonna wait till TakeOver to see how that goes. You know, Corbin, I'm gonna get you on that every time, buddy. Even I'm sure you're watching this, but I'm gonna get you every time.
Yeah, until he gets you in the end of days.
Yeah, catches me in the end of days as I'm walking to my 8 o'clock classes.
Anyway, so next we get a video package for the great Bull Dempsey. Don't worry, the vending machine match is coming up eventually. It's just not going to be on this takeover. They want to wait for that to be, you know, closer to WrestleMania time, you know, because it's a huge match. But anyway, we get to a Bull Dempsey video package. It says, "I was told to lose weight. I was told to get in shape. Well, next week, get ready for the new Bull Dempsey." I'm pretty sure the new Bull Dempsey is just going to be the old Bull Dempsey in a new T-shirt. That's all it's going to be. Any thoughts on this video package?
I mean, they might drop the singlet and just give him some tights. Some of them, some of the tights. You know, he might be that bull fit. He might be that bull fit. I'm excited though. I'm upset though because this is a main event player right here in Bull Dempsey. He should be on TakeOver. He probably should be on SummerSlam to be honest, but they ain't gonna do that to him. You know, they're gonna make sure he good. Yeah, he good first. You know, and then they're gonna put him on the card. I'm upset though. I want to see him on TakeOver. I am highly upset. You see how big my eyes are getting? I'm highly upset.
All right. Anyway, So, next, we get the tag team champions, Blake and Murphy.
Of the world?
What?
Of the world?
Yeah, the tag team champions of the world. The world tag team champions of the world. Well, not those ones, but similar ones. Versus Dawkins and Fulton. Dawkins and Fulton, for some reason, didn't get an entrance, which was weird. They're a big enough team in NXT that they deserve an entrance. And I thought about this during this match. I hated how half the guys on the show did not get an entrance at all or were even announced. Like, I don't know. But I'm going to give you this match because I know how much you love Blake and Murphy.
Oh my goodness! Please no. First off, when did I understand. We haven't seen Kenny King in a while. BDC is all gone. But when did Kenny King get an NXT? Did you see? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I saw Kenny King out there. Actually, that was Angelo Dawkins. They look similar. Angelo Dawkins is a little bit bigger than Kenny King. But, yeah, I felt like Fulton looked really good in this match. When he got a chance to get in, he looked really good. Outside of this match, Alexa Bliss looked really good coming down the ramp. I'm not going to lie. No, that's that's the only positive I can take from Blake and Murphy. First off, whatever the heck Blake has on his head, and they're trying to call it hair or something. What in the world is that blonde? Come on, man, get out of here. And then, you know, all this chivalry that Alexa Bliss is trying to spread around, and then you got dubstep, man. Come on, this is just a combination of bad. But I'm excited. You know, this match kind of just got me excited for Takeover, because I am tired of Blake and Murphy. I honestly forgot what Murphy's first name was. I've been calling him Blake and Murphy for so long. I had forgot what Murphy's name was. So I'm glad I figured it out. I really did think Fulton looked good in this match, though. I really do. He did some really cool moves. At first, he kind of caught. I think it was Blake in the end of days like clutch, and I was like, end of days. I thought he was gonna hit it. I was like, please at the end of days. I was gonna laugh so hard if he at the end of days. But yeah, like, you want me to get into the post match too? While I'm at it, all this chivalry spreading around.
Go, yeah, sure, why not?
All right. So after the match, the Vaudevillains come out, and you know they're trying to reveal. You know, this is a big time reveal. You know, we got drum rolls and everything. They had the doggone drum line up there, just drum rolling it up, right? They're trying to get this reveal of what they're gonna do with Alexa Bliss on Saturday at Takeover. And Alexa Bliss comes up there all mad, storming up there, slapping people. No, you let them talk, Alexa. You let them talk. I don't care how beautiful you are. You let them talk. I don't care how much you mean to Blake and Murphy. You let the soon-to-be tag champs talk, okay? Okay, Alexa? I'm just upset. I'm upset because she can't be doing that. She gonna have to quit with that slapping stuff. That is not right. Chivalry. You gotta stop.
Oh, all right. Anyway, yeah, I heard there was a match before this, but I don't know. I just saw Alexa Bliss, and I mean, girl, you could snap me any day. Anyway, I don't know why, but I love Simon Gotch on the mic. I
thought you were gonna say Alexa Bliss in pink.
I love Alexa Bliss in anything. Anything. But no, I really love Simon Gotch on the mic. I just the way that it's a mix of that kind of, you know, sort of vaudeville gentleman type thing, and just his voice, it works. I don't know. They need to let him talk more, you know. Nothing wrong with Aiden English, but I really like Simon Gotch. He's been growing on me. And the whole time when Simon says, "Madam, you would be wise to not exploit your female privilege." I I was dying. This whole segment
I,
was hilarious.
I died too when he said that. Oh my! I was.
It was so funny. But I'm really excited for this match. I just let him talk more because it's awesome.
If she
And
would quit slapping him, he could talk and reveal what he's gonna do to contain. Ah!
I'm gonna hold her. That we established this. This is what's gonna happen. Um, anyway, let's move on. So Kevin Owens comes out, and he basically in like 10 seconds punked out, every superstar in WWE history. Normally they kind of carry the ladder or drag it along with them. No, not Kevin Owens. He freaking effortlessly carries a ladder on his shoulder down to the ring. Like it's nothing. I was like, you just punked out the entire WWE history of ever. Anyway, he says that Saturday night is the biggest match in NXT history, or the biggest match in NXT history happens in Brooklyn, New York. My only problem with this opening statement is I hate when they say this match is the biggest match in NXT history. NXT itself has only existed since 2012, and the actual television, like the televised show on the network, has only been around for a little over a year and a half. So saying that this is the biggest match in its history is kind of like saying a 1-year-old's first birthday is the biggest event in its life. No crap. It's like it bothers me that they do that. Like I understand that it is, but it doesn't. It's too obvious. I don't know, but anyway, I like this segment though. I like how Owens was really attacking the fans, just relentless. Um, he he basically is saying that they're hypocrites because they cheer for him and they say fight Owens fight unless he lays a finger on a guy like Sami Zayn, then they boo. Or if he mentions John Cena, they boo. But if he mentions him beating John Cena, they cheer. He calls them the John Cena of professional wrestling because nothing genuine ever comes out of their mouths. Um, he basically just keeps putting down the fans, building up his kind of heel gimmick. I'm going to be honest, this started to bore me a little bit after a while. Anyway, then the lights went out and Finn's music hits. The lights come back on, and Finn Balor is sitting on the turnbuckle, staring at Owens on the ladder. At this point, Owens had climbed up the ladder. Owens slowly climbs down, and they begin to fight. I like this. This was really kind of when Finn was on the turnbuckle, kind of staring down Kevin Owens. It made it feel kind of epic. I liked it. Owens escapes. Finn says not only is he going to beat Owens, but he's going to kick his ass and shut his mouth. He said ass on WWE television. The PG era is gone, baby. No, it's not. Any thoughts on this last segment of the night?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't be bored. I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't be bored when Kevin Owens called the NXT fans the John Cena of professional wrestling fans. I just couldn't be bored anymore. Like, I almost died laughing after he said that, because as much as fans despise John Cena, I'll compare this to Casey. Casey, you hate John Cena, so you being compared to John Cena would just really get under your skin, right? If somebody said you're the John Cena of co-hosts, like, you would really be upset about that. See, look at the face. Look at the face. I'm just saying, like, the guy is gold, man. He just knew how to attack those fans and build that heel heat. And I was like, yes, this guy. But he also knew how to how to get himself cheered too, even if it was cheap. He knew how to get himself cheered too. I was like, this man is golden. Um, yeah, when Finn Balor appeared on the top turnbuckle, I was like, I'm like, what? I really liked that moment. I thought it was a really cool moment. It felt a little Undertaker-esque, but I think it even felt a little cooler than Undertaker, just because it was different. I mean, because it was different. It not necessarily cooler than Undertaker, like in his prime or all the time. Like, I mean, cooler. It was cool in the fact that it was different. It was unique. He didn't just appear behind him. He was kind of just appeared like perched like a bird. I thought it was kind of cool. I just thought, shut up. Don't hate on my bird references. Anyway, I just thought it was really cool. I love how they kind of got into a little scuffle. I thought that was really cool. And yes, I think Owens, buried every wrestler ever by carrying the ladder on his shoulder with one arm. Swung it around a little bit too. He kind of ran, like, pandered to the fans a little bit as he was walking down the ramp. He knows what he's doing. I'm definitely excited though for Takeover. Definitely excited to see what's gonna happen. To see what kind of crazy things will happen in this ladder match. Maybe we'll see a pop driver on a ladder like EY does. EY's probably going to come out. He's so crazy. He'll probably come out on Takeover, do a pop driver, and leave. Take the NXT title and leave. You never know. You never know with WWE, TNA, NXT, Ring of Honor, all of this stuff. You never know. You never know what might happen. I'm excited though, definitely. We got Uha Nation, or whatever we're calling him now. We got him, debuting, which is great. No Bull Dempsey though. It's just unfortunate. We got Chivalry, happening with freaking Alexa Bliss. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. I'm upset. You can close this show. I am upset.
Anyway, well, unfortunately, this will be the last show that you ever see DJ on, because Undertaker is going to come and escort him to hell after saying anything about him being boring ever. Even though
whoa! I did not say he was boring. This is coming from a guy who talks about how long his entrance is.
Because it's amazing. It needs to be that long.
Hayden. I didn't say it was boring. I said that this moment was cool.
Cooler than Undertaker.
And that's not what I meant. I didn't mean cooler than Undertaker in general. I just mean it was unique, so it was cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'll have to discuss that with Taker when he comes.
I have him on my shirt. He'll be fine.
All right. Well, we will see if DJ is on the Takeover show tomorrow, because the Undertaker will be his judge, jury, and executioner. So, yeah, that is, and my camera is all weird and stuff. Anyway, that is our Ring of Honor / NXT review for this week. And tune in tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get it out. The Takeover review. And then the next day is SummerSlam. And then the next day, I'm sure it's another video. And then the next day is Tough Enough. And then we're going to die this week, basically, is what we're trying to tell you, because WWE and, they were decided, let's do everything all at once, because why? But anyway, it's going to be an exciting weekend, 2 awesome shows, and then Tough Enough. And yes, that is basically what's going to happen. 2 awesome shows and then Tough Enough. And I just going to yell at my boy ZZ again, and he's going. I already know who's going to win, and it depresses me. I'm so depressed. It's going to be Josh. It's going to freaking be Josh.
He's going to win. Like I said from day one.
But one thing I'm confused about, is it going to be 1 male and 1 female?
Yes.
Like the original? All right. Well, then it's cool. It's going to be my girl, Sarah. You got this. I got one. At least I got one. All right. But anyway, that's the show. We will get to that on Tuesday. And this was NXT / Ring of Honor. And you are subscribing, following, and liking. And we are out. Peace.